I smile so much that my dog has learned how to smile. Look at those. Say yeah. Say yeah. Buddy, why are you smiling so much? You so happy? You so happy? Huh? You happy? What up, Misfits? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ferline. Thank you so much for clicking on my video, Misfits. You know, I've been doing YouTube now since I want to say the end of February. We're at 84 subscribers, so I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for subscribing to the channel. And if you are not part of the family, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And these are going to be the post notification shoutouts for today. If you want your own post notification shoutout, please just make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll give you a shout out in the next video. So now that I have all this free time, right? Because I've just been pretty much focusing. Oh. Fuck. I've pretty much been focusing just on my YouTube journey. So since February, I haven't had this much freedom, look at the baby over here in the background, to do anything that I wanted to do in the summertime since the year 2008. And you're like, wow, Ferline, you're that old? Yes, I just revealed my age. So I haven't had free time in the sense where I don't have anything scheduled on my planner, or I don't have a job like full time where I have to be there specifically. My focus is on you guys, right? I was thinking, I'm like, hey, I need to create a bucket list of things that I want to accomplish before the end of 2021, as in like a goal guideline for what I want to do in the summertime, because there's nothing like a great summer when you have a bucket list and you can fulfill all these things, because there's always things you want to do in the summer and the summer ends and you're like, oh man, I didn't do it, right? So I created a checklist. I created a summer bucket list in order to accomplish my goal. I also want to apologize because I haven't been posting as much frequently. It's just, I got stuck down the rabbit hole. And you know what? Let me get off a tangent a bit, right? Sidebar note. Since I have all this freedom, it's kind of hard for someone like me, for example, who has all this time and you're just like, ooh, like ADHD, like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and you just start like going off on a whim, right? So my mom yesterday, she read me this list of 100 most known movie quotes, and I am a person that I'm a huge movie person. I love movies so much. Like, I went to school to get my degree in media and communications because I fucking love movies. And if you don't know that I love movies, then now you know. I love movies to the sense that I love the storyline, the timeline, right? So my mom's reading me these quotes and I'm like, wow. One of them was from Casablanca and another one was from Gone with the Wind. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, I've always heard these movies in the back of my mind, but I've never like seen these movies. This is the perfect opportunity for me to watch these movies, right? So yesterday I spent the whole, and if you guys don't know, like, if you've never seen those movies, back in the day, I don't know why, but the movies were so fucking long. I mean, they're long now, but I feel like those movies were like, well, I want to say Casablanca wasn't as long, but if you know, have you ever seen Gone with the Wind? Gone with the Wind is 4 hours long, 4 hours. And I'm not gonna say that it's Casablanca was a lot harder for me to watch. It was a great movie, don't get me wrong, a high attention span, so I felt like myself wandering off for most of the time. The ending picked up, it was really great. But if you guys haven't seen these movies, I definitely highly recommend them. And I'm sorry that I'm about to give some spoiler alerts for some of these movies. Gone with the Wind, if you guys haven't seen that movie, it teaches you so much about history. And it's a movie that I didn't realize was trying to get banned from like the movies. But it was such a fucking great movie. Like, it was so good. The whole time I'm watching this shit like, yo, this is banging. Like the main story is about this girl who's named Scarlett, and Scarlett's in love with this guy named Ashley, and Ashley's in love with this girl named Melanie, and Ray is in love with Scarlett, and it's just like, woo, it's crazy. It's a good ass movie. Now it's 4 hours long, but this is the type of stuff that I've been dying to do, but I haven't been able to do because of fucking work or school. Mind you, before all this happened in 2020, I was a full-time worker. I was going full-time to college, so I didn't have time to focus like on my personal stuff. So like, I'm like trying to like do everything that I wanted to do back then. Like, this is the first time in my life that I've actually been able to see The Godfather. I've been catching up on movies that I haven't seen, which is freaking crazy. So like, that's like one of my huge things. Like, people are probably like, oh wow, you haven't seen those movies? Well, I have now. I didn't have time to sit there and watch like a 4 hour movie or 3 hour movie because I was always doing other shit. If you haven't seen those movies, definitely that's like number one on my thing, on my summer bucket list, is to complete all the movies that I really wanted to see that I haven't seen that are classics. So I'm gonna create a list of 100 movies that I want to see. If you guys have any movies that you might think that I might like and it's a movie that you love, please leave a comment down below with one of those movies, because I love movies and I will watch it. And I'll let you know if I liked it or not. So that's my number one. Watch movies, 100 of them, right? I have seen a lot of the newer ones. Don't get disappointed if I have seen the movie that you suggest in the comments down below. Again, if it's a movie that maybe is not well known, I would love to watch it. Let me know. Number two, I want to go to a theme park. It could be whatever. I'm going to a fucking theme park this year. Maybe I'll go to Six Flags for like the billionth time, since I live in New Jersey and it's like the closest one, and maybe I won't. So that's on my list. Also, if you guys have any recommendations for what I should put on my summer bucket list, let me know as well in the comments down below. Third thing that I want to do is I want to go to New York, and I want to go to The Edge. It's a building that I've been dying to go, that my friends and I said that we were going to go, but we wanted to wait till it got hotter. So I'm going there. I also want to go to the new Harry Potter exhibit store that opened up in the city. And that's pretty much like kind of like the miniature version of like Universal Studios. That's on my checklist too. Number 5, I definitely want to go to the beach. Number 6, I want to go to the pool. I want to have a picnic. Well, I mean, yeah, a picnic. I already kind of had mad barbecues. You're probably like, what, Ferlina, you have like a barbecue or something? I want to have like a real picnic. Like, I want to sit there, bring a little basket, and I want to sit there in the grass. I want to take a road trip. That is number 8. I want to take a road trip. I love road trips. Jeffrey hates road trips. So don't even tell him that I put that on my list. This is gonna be our secret. I love road trips because you're basically stuck in a car, you're listening to music, and you're just vibing. You have such scenic routes, like views, and you're just getting into like enjoying the present moment, and your focuses are not on technology at that moment. Because let's say when you're stuck with around people, there's always things that distract them, right? There's video games, there's movies. And it's not to say that those things aren't great and they're not wonderful things, but at the same time, like, I like to have human connection with people, and I feel like when these things are around, they get distracted and they're not present in the moment. So I love road trips because you get to spend time with the people you love, you get to listen to great music, you get to see things that you've never seen before, and there's always an adventure. There's always gonna be a story at the end of the day. Number 9, I wanna get a hammock. You're like, Ferlina, where the fuck are you gonna put a hammock? I wanna get a hammock. I'm gonna put it in my mom's house, and I don't care. She lives not that close to me, but I can still go to her house, use it anytime I want. I'm gonna basically gift it to her. Number 10, I wanna do a random act of kindness. You're like, how are you doing a random act of kindness? Like paying for the person behind me's Dunkin' Donuts, that type of shit, right? I'm not talking about like curing cancer. I wanna go to a bonfire. That's my number 11, like a beach bonfire. I always see it in the movies and I thought it was mad dope. And like, not only do I wanna go to a bonfire, I wanna top like down. And like, you've ever seen The Terms of Endearment? If you haven't seen that movie, that's a great movie too.
Wind in the hair, land in the pencil! Free love at the helm! Just keep pumping that throttle! Keep giving it that gas!
Make sure you grab a box of tissues. I wanna do that shit. Like where I go across the beach in the convertible or whatever, and you just go like this. Woo! You lift up your hands and you just, you know, I want to do some type of shit like that. But I also want to do a bonfire that day, right? I want to go to a drive-in movie theater because it's something too that I always wanted to do. I was like, where am I in all these plans? We want to watch the sunset because I feel like I haven't seen a sunset in years. I want one day to be so this is my number 14 thing on my list. I want to have a spontaneous day where I just pick shit at random. And when I pick shit at random, I want to just be like, okay, I'm turning left here, I'm turning right, and I want to see where the fuck I turn up. That type of day. Like, I'm picking like a random number at like a coffee shop and just gonna pick whatever pops up and I'm gonna drink that shit. Obviously we're gonna watch the fireworks on the 4th of July, right, Ollie? And I definitely wanna go on a vacation or something. So that is my summer bucket list. Right now I have, what, about 15 things? If you guys have a summer bucket list, let me know what should I add on my list, what did I leave out? And if you guys think my list is great, leave me again a comment down below. I'm very excited about summer 2021. Again, this is the first time in my lifetime that since the year 2008 that I have all this free time. So, you know, it's gonna be fun. I have this YouTube channel, so you guys are gonna get to see everything on my list get completed. Just wanted to share that with you guys today because, again, you guys are here for the adventure. You're here for like the ride. So instead of me just creating these videos, I wanted to give you a heads up of what's to come. So I'm mad excited about that because you guys are gonna get to see all this shit happen. I'll see you guys later. I love you guys. And I just wanted to let you know that you guys are the main character of your story. Don't ever forget it. So when you wake up sad, just think about it like that. You're the main person, so don't ever let people tell you differently. Remember, pick yourself up, rise like the phoenix, and I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.